I'm Kina, and this is Conversation with Christian Entrepreneurs. In just a few moments, I'll be talking to the CEO of the Mutual Groups. The company is synonymized with enthusiasm, innovation, and customer care. A warm welcome to Mark.
Kina, great to see you.
Mark, looking at this place, it looks like you're in a car business. Could you tell us?
We are in the car business, Kina, yeah. We're 28 years now in the car business. My wife and I started with £50 each when we got married. So it's an amazing story of how our business has grown, that's been developed biblically, passionately, and with some amazing team members alongside me.
Katie, good morning. How many employees do you have?
When they all turn up for work, there's 103 of us. And we represent 3 automotive brands. We distribute Lexus cars, Mazda cars, and Skoda cars across Cheshire, North Wales, and the Wirral.
Say it again, how long have you had this business?
I've been 28 years in business.
And you founded it with your wife?
Yeah, I did.
Fantastic. Mark, could you tell me, what does it mean for you to be a Christian entrepreneur?
Well, I think it's about each one of us making use of the gifts God's given us. And for entrepreneurs, they tend to wake up in the morning thinking today's going to be a great day rather than today's going to be a disappointment. It's this glass half full, glass half empty analogy. And I think it's about putting the skills and gifts God's given us to their very, very best use.
Great. Mark, I've met so many entrepreneurs. You are one of the entrepreneurs who has such a positive mindset. How do you maintain that?
Well, I'm surrounded by people who encourage me and cheer me on. I've got some very, very dear Christian friends who walk in life with me, encouraging me, and a journey of mutual encouragement too. My staff encourage me, and perhaps equally so, my customers encourage me too.
Last time I interviewed you, you talked about customer care. How important is customer care to you as a business?
Well, I think customer care is very important in any sector. But if we're trying to be Jesus in the workplace, if we're trying to reflect all of God's goodness in the workplace and be credible as Christian leaders, customer care has got to be right at the top of the pile.
What about employees? How important are employees?
Well, I guess, Kina, with 103 staff, I may be the closest many of my staff get to seeing a vicar during the year. So I'm their pastor as well as the managing director of the business. I'm getting alongside them with all that life throws at them. Because working alongside me doesn't mean you're immune from a challenge with your marriage, with sickness, with some financial challenges. Life's tough in the 21st century. And so to each of my staff, I try to be pastor. I know when everyone's birthday is, and I ring them on their birthday, or I see them on their birthday. My wife Anita and I visit every newborn baby in the business. And my staff are breeding like rabbits at the moment. So we take a small gift of blue or pink, lovely upmarket Wellington boots for when the baby starts walking, but we also give them a copy of the best-selling book in the world, a children's Bible.
Fantastic. Mark, what do you find challenging integrating your faith with your business?
I think people who sit outside the business world often think that the challenges of business and faith are immense. But if you build a business on integrity and honesty and in transparency, and if you do care and look after your staff, I find my faith and my business travel in a similar direction. I guess it's very hard to understand when to say no and when to delegate issues further down the line, where pastorally you want to take care of a situation. This could well be with a customer, not my staff, I hasten to add. And I think in retail, and high street retail, to be honest, with automotive retail, with car dealerships, we're very accessible. And I live upstairs on the first floor, but our customer lounges are there with our TVs and our flat screen TVs and our iPads and our coffee and tea and entertainment stuff. So I'm very accessible to people. So if I walk into any one of our customer lounges, within a minute and a half, someone's going to grab me and say, "Hi, let me tell you about such and such." So I guess I've got to be careful about availability. And I've got to be warm and welcoming all the time. So whatever situation I find myself in, I've got to make sure we give our very best to our customers.
Fantastic. Mark, you're one of the entrepreneurs that I know, Christian entrepreneurs. You don't open your company on Sundays.
No.
Why is that?
Well, the Bible's really clear about having a day of rest. And I don't believe God created us to work 7 days a week. And let's not forget, Kina, that 20 years ago, opening on a Sunday was illegal in the UK. So I want the people who work with me primarily to be the best husbands, the best wives, the best fathers, the best mothers they can be. And having a Tuesday off instead of a Sunday, like many do in high street retail, just isn't going to cut it if you want to be the best at home as well as the best at work. And you might think that because we're only trading 6 days, we're the poorer for it. But our numbers are really strong, our profitability is strong, our customer retention is strong. But most of all, Kina, our staff retention in an industry that loses 40% of their staff every year. We lost 3% of our 103 staff last year. People like working with us.
Thank you. And could you just share how important is your Christian faith? There might be someone watching there, an inspiring entrepreneur or an entrepreneur that don't have a faith. But for you, why is faith such an important thing that you even bring it in your company?
When we learn to drive, we read something called the Highway Code. And it gives a great framework for staying on the right side of the road and stopping at the red lights and going at the green lights and sticking within a speed limit. And my biblical take on business, and certainly in my sector, has given me a great framework, great understanding for how I can do business well, how I can lead a business well. And my Bible's my glasses guide. It's my Haynes manual. I'm giving you some automotive analogies here, but it gives me the perfect framework and direction to make sure the checks and balances are in place as I make the straightforward decisions every day and the bigger strategic decisions as well.
Thank you very much, Mark. Finally, could you share with us your favorite Bible verse?
Oh goodness, there's so many to choose from, aren't there?
Just one.
Well, I like the verse in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 30. And that says, "He who honors God, God will honor." And for me, that's been a really key part of my business journey.
Thank you very much, Mark, for taking your time to talk to us.
Great to have you with us, Kina. Thank you.
And God bless you and bless the works of your hands.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. This is Conversation with Christian Entrepreneurs. If you want to find out more, please visit our website, faithinbusiness.org. Bye for now.